Tonight.
Welcome back to the show.
Hi.
Thanks for joining. We got a couple people on here. I don't know, this thing's not really accurate, so I can't really tell who's here and who's not, but we're up to like over 300 people now for a couple of weeks.
80% chance of snow.
80% chance of snow,
chance.
and it's
But
snowing right now.
Yeah, but it won't tell me how much snow we're supposed to get.
Yeah, it's pretty nasty out on the roads out by us. I don't know where
We're in the middle
everybody
of a
else
red
is
zone.
located. I know the East Coast got like hit pretty hard.
There's a warning. Winter weather advisory. Look at that.
Yeah. We've had like a winter weather advisory for like a couple of days, I think.
Expect combinations of accumulating snow and blowing snow into this evening, with blowing snow continuing into Friday.
So not only do we do good news, but we also do the weather.
Additional 1 to 2 inches possible. Wind gusts as high as 45 mile per hour this evening and expected to be higher tomorrow.
Welcome to the show, Some Sav and Super Alley. I don't see Some Sav in the list, but she's talking, so she's here.
Well, I might not update as...
So
it's not updating as quickly as you want it to.
Yeah, you're on yours, but you're not on mine.
No.
Oh, no, you're not on yours. Okay, so...
I'm here.
So it's like, it's bad outside. I don't know. And I've said this several times on the show. I do not like the cold. I do not like the snow.
There she is.
I know lots of people would rather, or like snowmobiling and playing out in and everything. I would prefer to be on a beach somewhere.
I love sledding.
When you actually do it, or...
Anytime.
You know what?
Anytime.
We can do a summer version of the sledding where you just stand in the middle of the yard and I'll just run you over with the four-wheeler.
I gotta have a mattress, though.
Yeah.
I gotta have a mattress.
So, the bad news is we have like this winter weather advisory, and it's really, really bad outside right now. But the good news is it's National Homemade Soup Day.
It is National Homemade Soup Day.
Yeah.
And you know it's good on a cold day? Homemade
soup. Yeah. The bad news is if you don't have the things to make homemade soup, you probably don't want to be out buying them right now.
If you don't have water, just go get some snow.
The dogs like just eating it.
Yeah, dogs like snow.
Yeah, and I remember as a kid eating it a lot. Like I remember going out and just scooping it up and eating it.
Yeah.
And now it's like, nah, I wouldn't do that.
Whenever we're sledding, that's something that we would do. You don't have water, just find clear snow, pick it up, eat it, let it melt.
Yeah. So, good week. We had kind of a emergency thing. We didn't come in on Tuesday, so we apologize for all of that. But we're here today. Do you want to give a shout out to some of these people here? You got them on your screen?
Yeah, we got a shout out. So, since we weren't here Tuesday, I wanted to cover Tuesdays as well.
It's everybody, yeah.
Okay, so starting off, thank you to Sally Webb, Dark Widow Spider, Alan Plays 1, Origin TTV, Scrappy Doo 2.
I love Scrappy Doo.
Sarcasm Galore. You don't say.
No.
Never. Gamers Emporium, Cactus Joe 4, Ragdoll 774, Seriously Serious.
Seriously?
Seriously? I'm pretty serious. Wesley in it. Unity Gaming 44, Corpse Lady, Felix Phoenix.
That's kind of cool.
I said that backwards almost. I had
Yeah.
to stop myself.
That's like a tongue twister.
Gaming Hippo Man, Wellington Games, Lily Laker TTV, Wilden Gaming, X.
I think it's Wilding. Oh, no,
No,
Wilding.
it's Wilden Gaming.
Wild in Gaming, yeah.
Peace and Pout, and Milady. Thank you all
thanks for
following the show.
Thanks for following the show. Thanks for all the views and the watches and everything.
Yeah.
We're a little behind on putting together our multi-stream / multi-chat type of a thing going on, but
Weather puts a damper on it.
Yeah.
Getting things back and forth.
Yeah. Hopefully, any time now, we're going to have a cross chat between Discord, the Twitch and YouTube simultaneously, and we're trying to work out the kinks. And then we'll broadcast live on YouTube. I know I've gotten some messages from some of you people saying it's easy to watch YouTube on the TV and such. So we're trying to accommodate you, and we'll get it up. We'll get it up soon. We'll get it. We like fix things. That's what we do.
Yeah, and eventually we get strong enough processors for multi-platform streaming. We can stream YouTube and Twitch at the same time.
Well, that's what we're planning on. Yeah. We're hoping to do that through an intermediary, but it'll work.
Yep.
But then, hopefully we just get more money and buy more computers. I like computers.
And then it's just stronger streams, higher quality streams. All of our money just goes right back into this.
Yeah. No, I'd probably buy an ice cream or something.
Oh, yeah, no,
just not today.
A victory ice cream.
A victory ice cream.
Victory cone.
I will buy someone to make me homemade soup.
That's what a mother is for.
Yeah, I know. I saw some said that she made chicken noodle soup today.
Chicken noodle soup.
But the question is, was it homemade? Because it was really yummy.
Okay, now I gotta be honest. I don't care for chicken noodle soup.
I am not picky, so I'll pretty much eat anything.
Chicken noodle soup it just has a weird taste to me.
Have you had chicken noodle soup, like homemade chicken noodle soup though? With actual pieces of chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like chicken noodle. I like wild rice, chicken and wild rice. It was homemade.
I like potato soup.
So, okay. So we have a mutual friend from California, and there's this big, huge thing going on in Bakersfield there where they passed an ordinance to have chickens.
Yeah.
And then a couple of people didn't like chickens because they're, I don't know, something's wrong with them.
I like chicken.
I don't know. And so they caused a big fuss, and so they caused the city to repeal the ordinance yesterday. And so now some Sav is eating homemade chicken noodle soup, and I'm curious as if it was like one of those chickens.
Well, I mean, at least we know where all the chickens went. At the very least.
Send them here.
Send them here.
Donate your chickens to the show. We will take care of them.
We will have a stream about how to prepare chicken.
We have like multiple chickens, and you have to name them. Like this one is Cajun. This
all right,
one
guys.
is fried.
Today we're going to be making Frederick into a nice stew.
Oh, even
you guys
better.
like wings?
Yeah. So, how are things? I mean, we can get started into the good news, but you got anything to say or throw in there?
Okay, well, I want to start this off with what's the weirdest food thing you've ever come across at a restaurant?
Weirdest food thing.
Weirdest weird, because so there are places that serve food on a little train that comes through and it serves your food. What's the weirdest thing you've encountered that you could order?
Like in terms of the actual food itself, or how it was
presented?
I
mean, if you want, you can mix the food, so like a weird food with a weird presentation for just extra brownie points.
I mean, I've had like weird stuff like alligator tail, which was really rubbery. I've had actual alligator, which wasn't too bad.
Alligator tail seems really rubbery.
I couldn't eat the snails. I couldn't eat the escargot.
You couldn't do escargot?
And you know what?
Did you have enough
caviar?
Butter? Caviar ain't bad.
I was like so close to doing caviar in I guess I can't say names, but a neighboring town close to where your dad lives.
Oh.
And I didn't get it because I just couldn't do it.
Caviar is not bad, man.
I couldn't do it. The idea of just putting it in and swallowing it, I probably could. So if somebody was like, here, you got to try this. This is amazing. I'd probably just put it in and swallow it whole. But to bite down onto it and feel it like crunching.
Like squish.
The idea just made me like,
good caviar, you can get on your tongue, you can press against the roof of your mouth and it pops.
Okay. So here's probably the weirdest thing, and it wasn't anything extravagant or anything. People do it and eat it all the time. But I have some friends who are Hispanic, and we were at this church, and we were eating tacos that they were making themselves.
All right.
And so we went through the line, and they had like the steak and the carne asada, whatever, and then they had like the chicken, and then they had like beef tongue. And it looked a little bit different, kind of like gray or whatever. So
because it was tongue.
yeah, and it was all cubed up. So
Yeah.
I put it in a thing. They're like, "Oh, you got to try it. It's so amazing." I ate 2 tacos of it.
2 tungos.
Yeah, 2 tungos. And it was actually pretty good. I did enjoy eating it. I mean, I put it in. I know they were Hispanic, but we Americanized it with like the sour cream and everything else. Okay. And so I went back to get more because, you know, as a dude, you've got to have more than one helping.
You got to try everything.
And it's not
Eat everything.
It's not that we're pigs. It's just that we don't want them to feel bad since they made it. We want them to think that like we really like it. So I went through the line.
Even if we hate it, we're still going to eat more.
Again, right? And when I was going through the line, I saw this lady take a tongue out of this boiling water. Okay.
Yeah.
And then she took pliers and was like peeling back the skin.
Yeah.
And she's like yanking on it and pulling it off and then started cutting it all. And I saw that. And when I saw that, I came across the tongue and I was like, but I'd already eaten 2 of them, right? And I was like, okay.
And it tasted good.
Okay. Man up, Digi. You've already had 2. This is no big deal. It's the same stuff. So I scooped a 3rd one, right? And I get back to the table and I'm sitting there and I'm like, you know, and then you do the, I couldn't eat it. I couldn't eat it. And that was the weirdest presentation. Watching somebody prepare dinner with a pair of pliers is what threw it for me.
Now so mine didn't have me personally, but I heard about it. I learned of this last night.
Okay.
I still don't know what the name of this place is. I'm still waiting back on that. There is a place where you can order a 3-foot-long sled. It's an actual sled, like full-on wooden sled, red rails under it.
Yeah.
And it's layered with just pounds and pounds of meat and chips, and you basically make your own nachos out of it.
Nice.
But it's a sled of meat.
Nice.
And apparently it's supposed to serve 20 people.
Yeah.
The guy who had it, 4 dudes.
Uh-huh.
4 dudes, no problem, under an hour.
Ate it all.
Ate it all. Yep.
All right. Well, I have a friend, Brad. This didn't happen to me personally, but my friend Brad was down in one of the southern states. It might have been like Alabama or Georgia or...
There's a fair amount of southern states.
Yeah, I know his family's from Virginia, so it might have been out there. But he said that this place he went to, they had they had taken a 55-gallon barrel, and it was a steel drum, basically, and they cut the bottom off, and they filled this steel drum on the thing. So it's like a garbage can size. And they had, like, chicken and ribs and all kinds of stuff in there, too. And at the bottom of this barrel, they had, like, several pieces of, like, thick bread. And so they were eating the thing, and he was there with a family member, and one of the family members picked up the bread and bit into it. And he's like, okay, the bread is there to actually suck up all the oil, and you just ate it. It was like a sponge. It's like, this is why you don't eat bread.
I'm still going to eat bread.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I'm still making sandwiches.
You get a
That's not going
55-gallon
away.
drum of meat. Don't eat the bread on the bottom. And there's a little bit of information for you. So it's a slider. Oh, a slider. Sledder. So, I guess we can get into the good news. I don't know. What time are we? Oh, wait, 15 minutes. So, wait, do you have anything else to say before we take off?
Anything else? Well, I don't know what the weather's going to be like for the rest of you guys. But if you guys are going to have weather like we're having right now, stay safe and stay warm.
Yeah, and then go back and watch our reruns. It makes our ratings go up.
Yeah, it makes our analytics look better.
Oh, for the people who aren't on Discord, I guess we should probably tell them this.
Oh yeah, the thing that happened, right?
Yeah, go ahead and you want to give them the good news?
I feel like since you received the email, this is your rite of passage.
Okay, So we got an invitation as I throw my,
As you break
throw my
your
stuff all over the
phone.
place to become a Twitch affiliate.
Twitch affiliates. So did they ever tell you what the process is that you have to go through?
I'm actually supposed to go in and log in and click a button, but I didn't. So we're like Twitch affiliates now. We're like one baby step away from going pro.
You don't want to become an affiliate live on stream? We'll go in, click the button
Just
live
click it.
on stream.
Click it. Maybe if we got time at the end, we'll do it at the end. Yeah, we're like this close to being pro.
Yeah, ain't
And
that something?
I'm all about the pro.
You're all about the.
Yeah, I used to be a crastinator, and then I went pro. So
Someone's got to do it because
Yeah,
it certainly
someone's
isn't
gotta-
going to be me that's
it was
laughing.
good. It was good. So, okay, getting on to the good news. Good news part of the program. This part of the program, we tell all the good news. The first set of good news is, hey, we're Twitch affiliates now.
Yeah.
It's almost official. The other good news is we have a Discord channel where you can come and join the fun 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We do all kinds of fun stuff on there, like movie night. That's been the big one lately.
Yeah.
We're constantly, somebody's always on there willing to chat. We have memes, we tell jokes, we do surveys, and
We don't get DMCA'd.
not
yet.
So I sent you a link the other day about
Yes.
possibly moving us from Discord to an actual in-house. We host our own, control our own type of a
Yeah,
thing.
I noticed that.
So we'll talk about that when we're not on air.
Yeah.
But the other thing here is I'll put a link to our YouTube channel in case you want to go support us there. It's not as big or beefy as Twitch yet, but we're getting there. I think once we get things double streaming, it'll make things a little bit better.
It should certainly be easier.
Yeah.
Easier to manage.
The other good news is wait, what am I missing? Something.
Well, let's see. You've covered Discord, affiliates, YouTube.
Yeah. I'm having like a mini stroke. Huh.
Come on, don't go mom on me.
Yeah, I don't know. That's narcolepsy, though. That's something different.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah. So, I don't know. It'll come to me, and then I'll have to, like, get sidetracked, I guess. Movie night, this coming movie night tomorrow, we're going to be showing the second half of the first... Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to do the second season of Marvel's Avengers, the TV show. So we showed the first half of the first season, and then the next day we showed the second half, and so we're going to do... it's like 7 hours or something.
It's long.
Yeah.
It's a lot of footage.
Yeah, and it's pretty cool, actually. It's exciting. I don't know if you saw any of it or not. But
I peeked in from time to time.
I saw several people on there. I know some Sab was on there and was like super excited about the whole thing. So I will get into the news here. Let's see here, temp screen. Okay, so Nike has this new shoe. It's a hands-free shoe. I don't know. Are you like a hands-free type of a person?
I mean, I like convenience.
I like convenience. So when I was growing up in high school, we had these. Well, I didn't. I had like shoes with regular shoelaces, right? No one had the Velcro because, you know, that would be like your grandpa.
Yeah.
You know? But my friend, his name is Matt, he had these shoes with this disc on the front. And it had like, it was almost like fishing line. And he put his foot in there and you would twist the disc and it would tighten it down. And that was the shoes he wore. And then you push a button, it would release and come out. And so that was cool. I never had
That's
any
pretty cool.
because we didn't have all the money. But now Nike has this hands-free shoe. You don't need to twist the disc. As many times as Nike has revolutionized the shoe, their latest groundbreaker is, rather than being inspired with only elite athletes in mind, an option design with a universalist approach. It's called the Fly Ease Go, and it is the first totally hands-free shoe enveloping and releasing your feet solely through natural motion. A bit like Tony Stark putting on his Iron Man suit. So if you see in the picture there, the shoe is like it's in the out position, right? So I'm assuming that's a female foot. She's going to put her foot in there, and when she steps down into it, the back end is going to close around it, and that'll be her shoe. She'll wear it.
It was like two shoes put into one.
Yeah. So the revolutionary shoe is perfect, says top Nike designer, for pregnant women.
Okay. In their third trimester, specifically, if you're in the first trimester, don't get it.
Well,
not for you.
I think in the third trimester, it's probably not so easy for you to be like, kind of.
Yeah, if you're in the second and first trimester, put on your own shoes.
Okay, when it's going to be -10 here in the next couple of days, when you go to the store and you see ladies that are wearing flip-flops, they're in their third trimester.
Dude, I see my friends wearing flip-flops.
So it's designed for pregnant women, people with arthritis, or those who've lost some or all the use of their arms, such as stroke victims or injured military veterans. And we've talked about several of people like that on the show before. They don't have it in here, but probably guys that eat food out of sleds and 55-gallon barrels. Ultimately, I see this shoe working really well for them.
As long as you don't eat the bread.
Yeah. And they're not in their third trimester, but probably in their 8th or 9th trimester. Or 8th semester, semester. Yeah, I don't know. But there are times when you're like...
They keep failing those exams.
Yeah. In a Chipper article on Fast Company, Nike designer Toby Hatfield recounted the story of how in 2008, the world's largest athletic shoe and sportswear company received the unfortunate news that their first employee had suffered a stroke and could no longer use one of his arms. Hatfield was put in charge of designing a special shoe to accommodate one of their most treasured staff members and came up with one involving a zipper and Velcro. Now, the genesis of that idea has led to the creation of the Fly Ease Go, an everyday performance lifestyle shoe that is totally hands-free and will be released in a slow rollout this year, starting at about $120.
Why are shoes so expensive?
I don't know, but this one actually looks kind of cool. Just looking at the design, I mean, I have the use of my hands, and I have no problem bending over anything. But there's lots of times when you come in the house, you got your keys, you're holding something. I got my computer bag or whatever, and like there's snow and stuff out there now, so you don't want to like run in and out, and track stuff all over the place. And I have to kick my shoes off at the back door to be able to walk in and just step out of your shoes.
Sounds convenient.
And then how many times do you actually run outside with no shoes on whatsoever? And I don't want to use the word lazy or anything, but
I think I go outside more often not wearing shoes than I do wearing shoes.
It's like just a quick. You got to run out here, grab this, and run back in.
Yep. Oh, I'm stepping onto the porch for 2 seconds.
By the time I put on my shoes and do that, I could already be out there and back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this, you just step in the shoe, boom, 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 walk out, and step out of the shoe, and it's like all automatic. So it's kind of cool. The shoe itself is divided into two halves, restrained by a neoprene tension band, but with a limited two-stage hinge in the middle of the outsole. The slipper or loafer-like front portion of the shoe arches up to a 30-degree angle as the hinge opens when the shoe is not being worn. So you can see it like up like that.
Yeah, it goes into the front part of it is a loafer, but then the back part of it is sneaker. So it transforms as you go along.
Yeah, when you step into it, the heel like locks into place. I would buy this. To me, I would buy this shoe. Probably not in the pastel-y feminine colors like that. I would buy something more masculine, like blacks and reds, grays.
I'm be honest, I wouldn't buy it.
No?
No, I have no interest in it.
Just go, I mean, we're out in the country anyway, just barefoot it.
Yeah. I don't care, man.
It just looks kind of neat.
Yeah.
I would buy it.
Besides, I've already reduced my current tennis shoes to slip on, slip off.
I just see someone like you wearing this shoe. You're standing at the bottom of the sled hill, holding the mattress, right?
And I get taken away, but the shoes stay there because they came off.
Just
yep. Goodbye.
Where's Dyer? I don't know, but I see his shoes.
He must have run away.
In the past, Nike has drawn inspiration from the titans of human athleticism, like LeBron James and others. But here they've taken inspiration from one of the most iconic and universal biomechanic motions of our species. Maybe I can get it through there.
Most
Okay.
iconic
Yeah.
and universal biomechanic motions.
Yeah. The back heel of the shoe has a hard plastic shell terminating in a small ledge called the kickstand heel, which is the hands-free mechanism for opening the hinge and is based on the motion we all do with our sneakers when we don't feel like untying the laces. You know the one we mean when you press down on the back of the heel with one foot in order to pull your foot out of the shoe. What I love about this shoe in particular is that we listen to the extreme needs of people with specific limitations. Sarah Reinerson, the senior director at Nike Ease, tells the Fast Company. But with this solution, we feel it's like it's a universal proposition. We talk a lot about universal design and what universal design does when it creates an invention for every and any athlete, said Chief Design Officer John Hockey also. And when we solve that problem really, we like, I think the Nike Go does it, creates universal appeal. It's not going to be bound by one unique audience. It welcomes any audience because it's so clever.
The Nike Go.
Yeah.
So is it called the Fly Ease Go or the Nike Go?
I think the Nike Go, I think Nike has like, it sounds like the way the article is like Nike has multi,
Well, yeah, because the other lady works for Nike Ease.
like they have the Nike company that you buy your tennis shoes that you use every day. And then they have like the sports part of the Nike where you can buy golf shoes and football
Nike
shoes
Sports,
and other stuff. Yeah.
Nike Athletics, Nike Ease,
Yeah.
Nike Go.
I'm going to put a link to a YouTube video if you want to see more information about
Nike
the shoe.
Go. We make
Yeah.
cars.
Yeah. So I don't know. You don't think you would buy it, huh?
I don't know, man. It just I don't see the point in it. No interest.
No.
No.
It's like shoes that you
Great. I have no
you look like the person who likes taking the short way out.
I have no reason to spend $120 on a pair of shoes when I could spend probably half of that or maybe less and get myself a pair of shoes that fit just fine and will last me 4 or 5 years.
I think you rotate your shoes more often than 4 or 5 years. But
Not
really
current tennis shoes
$120
I've
bucks
had.
is probably not that expensive. because
$120 is more than I've ever spent on shoes.
even at the Walmart, I mean, you're going to spend like 60 to 80 bucks.
I think the most I've ever spent on shoes I think is 100.
Yeah.
I,
Well, that's
I-
like right around the price
Yeah.
range. Let's see here.
But I have no
What
need. I
is
don't go shopping
the
for shoes very often.
average cost of shoes for men?
Why are you so zoomed in?
$35,000.
What is the average cost? 35 grand.
Okay.
Average pair.
Survey average prices consumer pays.
So an average pair of men's shoes is $65. An average pair of women's shoes is $85.
Yeah. So it's about double then. Well, I guess not, because this looks like a woman's shoe, but I'm sure that's going to be the same regardless.
So the average for a pair of shoes overall is $75 per pair.
Yeah. Well, and that's what it is right now. I don't know when that survey was. Oh, 2015. I don't know, it's probably pretty close. It's probably pretty
Yeah,
close.
it's probably only gone up like $5
Yeah.
since then.
Just sound off in chat. Would you guys buy the shoe? And
Yeah,
we'll
you
move
want
on.
shoes?
Yeah, we'll move on to the next article. So, this one's kind of cool. Oh,
Yeah?
now I remember what I was going to say.
Yeah, what were you going
I'm
to
going
say?
to say, so the next article here is about a 3D printed home. There's a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was going to ask chat and everybody else is, I'm looking specifically for a 3D printer that prints small, accurate, specific measurements without costing like thousands of dollars. So I was going to ask you, the people that you know, without giving away to anything.
So you want a precise printer?
I would like. I'm going to see if they'll print me like a quarter and a dime.
How big is that little circle on the Xbox controller that I showed you yesterday?
Yeah.
That's about the same
That's about
size,
that
right?
dime.
Yeah, it prints. Yeah, we can print those.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll see. Anyway, so this is kind of cool. Although I thought the price was way too high, but a stunning 3D printed home is currently available on sale on Zillow at 34 Millbrook Lane, Riverhead, New York. Now this is New York, it's not here, so maybe that's why I think it's too expensive.
It's also really expensive because it's
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah. At
It still costs
$300,000
less. It still costs less than LA studio apartment though.
for this house that you see right here in the picture. And actually, it looks like here. I'll put a big screen here. Let's do this. That's actually a pretty nice house,
Not bad.
right? And it looks like the walkway and everything's all printed there.
So what? When you have a leak, do you just get a glue gun?
So this is the house, and then it's not in the picture, but there's a detached garage that comes with it for the $300,000. It's only like, well, here before I ruin it for everybody. It's in Riverhead, New York. It's $300,000, which is like 50% less than the other houses in its size group in New York. There
Is that so?
So they're selling for about $600,000, and this is like $300,000. Okay.
All right.
The manufacturer SQ4D hopes to use it as a jumping off point to tackle housing shortages in the city and surrounding towns. Using its autonomous robotic construction technology, the 3D printed home will be erected on the spot so that it features approximately 1,500 square feet of living space with a detached 2-car garage, all on a quarter acre with a garden. Inside the structure, the open floor plan includes 3 bedrooms, 2 full bathrooms. The 3D printed material is actually made of concrete and therefore has much better energy efficiency and durability. SQ4D offers a 50-year limited warranty on the house. It's one of the number of construction firms armed with humongous 3D printers. Obviously, it's as big as a house,
Yeah.
right? Looking to direct the revolutionary technology towards the inefficiencies and high costs of the housing industry. Requiring merely 3 laborers on site to oversee the job, SQ4D can print a concrete building without a roof in 1/3 of the normal time frame required. So I saw a video of it, and I should have grabbed the link and put it on here, but I didn't because I don't know. But it looks like a giant tube, probably about this big, and it just squirts concrete,
Yeah,
and it goes around, and it can literally build this structure in like a day.
Yeah, it's just a mega super soaker.
Yeah, and I know once they laid the foundation and all that other stuff, but I saw a printer, not with this company, but with another one. They could literally print like 3-bedroom homes in like about a day or so, and then it takes a while for it to.
It's got a set.
It's got a set and everything. That's really probably what the time frame is, waiting till you can move in to do all that stuff. But
Yep.
it's concrete walls, and everything inside is considered a load-bearing wall, so you can put anything on top of it. It holds a tremendous amount of weight, and because it's like super thick concrete, it'll cool and heat super efficiently, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
It's gonna suck during the winter.
I would ask if you'd buy one of these, but you're like, nah, not for
Oh, they're right. Yeah, they're right. Not for 300,000. It's 50. It's 50% less. Don't care. Not for 300,000.
So, normally you have like, you start a family, you have a family, you get a house, right? And then you move in, you get kids or whatever, and they're like running through the house and they like trip and they fall, and it's like no big deal. But like, what do you do when your whole house is made out of concrete? You fall and bust your head on that thing, like running in the kitchen.
Run up and get done up, I guess.
I remember like doing dumb stuff growing up, and you fall or whatever, and then your grandpa's there is like, I told you so.
Yep.
I told you so.
This is what happens when you youngsters don't pay attention.
Hey, don't bring that ball in here. You're gonna break some. It's a concrete house.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you could like basically drive.
Throw it at the wall as hard as you want. I'm hoping it goes back and hits you in the face.
You're fine.
You'll
fine.
learn.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. We never baby-proof stuff at my house.
No.
I mean, there was no such thing when I was growing up. You didn't like
Baby proofing, just
like
too much
cabinets or whatever. It's like Let him slam his fingers in the door a couple times. He won't do it anymore. You know what I mean? That's what
He'll
my
know.
dad said.
He'll know.
I just let him slam it in the door. So when I was little, we put up, we would make like tents and stuff out of blankets and stuff in the living room.
All right.
Have you ever done that?
Yeah, like normal.
Everybody does that.
Yeah, like normal kids.
I mean, maybe not now because you got like Nintendo and all this other stuff to play in. People.
Well,
like,
when I was a kid, that was a normal thing.
we got virtual reality, Dad. Why do we need to make a tent? You know? So we made tents, and we had this giant, huge, like, tube TV, you know, before flat screens.
Yeah.
This thing weighed like 300 pounds. And we would lift it up and put like the edge of the blanket inside there, right? And so I had two sisters, and I got in an argument or something with my youngest sister. And I was like, you know, stop moving around. You're going to break the tent or whatever. And she goes, I'll do whatever I want, right? And she stood up. And when she stood up, the weight of the TV, like the blanket underneath it, pulled the TV over on top of her. And she's being crushed to death by this television. And it took every bit of my strength to get this thing back up and up onto the entertainment center. And she's crying and everything. And I was like, you better stop crying because Mom's going to come down and beat you.
Come down and give you something to cry about.
Yeah, she'll give you something to cry about. This was back in the day when you could beat your children and it was
being
totally
messed
legal.
up. Oh, well.
Yeah, it was totally legal.
Still beat children when I was a kid, but
Yeah,
it was done a little more behind closed doors.
We didn't have seatbelt laws either because I remember driving like from state to state.
You need the station wagon that had the bench seat in the back.
My grandpa put a mattress in the back of his pickup truck, and we drove from like Illinois all the way down to Alabama, and I slept in the back, and he was fine with it. And when we woke up, he had that little window thing, and he pretended that he couldn't hear us in the back talking just so he didn't have to listen to us talking. Right?
Yep.
So it's pretty cool. None of that has anything to do with the good news, but where were we going with
Good
this?
stories.
Good. I saw you looking up the printer. You had something for there?
I did. So this is the printer. So the printer we use for class is the Ender 3.
Okay.
Apparently it's not that expensive. $200 to $300.
Oh, yeah. That's right in my price.
It's on sale right now apparently as well.
Oh, we're going to get one of those.
So this is their newest one, the Ender 5.
And
then there's the Ender 5 Pro.
So I was looking at like printers online, and you can get like some for, well, they go up into the tens of thousands of dollars, but I found one for about $4,000 that would literally print steel, stainless steel, print copper.
Well, you need something that can, then you need something that can run like molten metal.
Well, what's kind of cool is like, let's say you're on like the International Space Station, right?
All right.
You can't take everything possibly with you up there. You know, you got this limited space. So you're on this aircraft or you're up there and you're working around and it's like, oh man, I need a 5/18 whatever socket, right? But you didn't bring in a socket because to take all the sockets with you, it would, you know, and you're probably never going to use most of them. So you print the one item that you need and you can use it. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like a sphere looking thing.
So this is an example of how accurately it can print circles and whatnot.
So that's my problem, is I saw one that Dell sells, and Dell had like an actual printed out engine block. And so it looked really good, and then like the people in the comments who actually bought it were like, okay, it can't actually print that. I don't know why they put that on there, not even close.
Well, I can attest to these.
Yeah.
Because I've used these, and these are pretty good.
Okay, well,
we'll see Ender
that.
3s are pretty good.
We'll see that right after...
after the show.
After the show. So my next thing is pretty cool. I'll put a little picture up here. Mythical creatures, if you see that there, that is so cool. Mythical creatures made from nature's waste have been popping up in a Canadian park.
So basically, Earth has finally given up on eradicating humans herself and employed her kids to do it.
Yeah, so they're just picking up like random overgrown stuff, and then making things like, unless this deserves like a full screen thing. Look at that. That is cool.
So it was a Komodo dragon?
Yeah.
Big old Komodo dragon. Looks like it's wearing a witch's hat, maybe?
Looks like more than a Komodo dragon. From baking banana bread
smog.
to taking up cycling, many people have taken up new hobbies during the pandemic. One artist living on the west coast of Canada started spending time creating extraordinary sculptures out of twigs and dried grass, then placing them in her local park where they look like they sprang up from nature's storybook. Even if you can't get to Robert Burnaby Park near Vancouver, Nikki Lewis has been posting photos of her intricate creatures on social media so people outside of British Columbia can get to know them. From dragons to trolls, fairies, mermaids, Star Wars Ewoks, Lewis conjures the whimsical and mythical, creating big and small surprises for strangers. If you do live in the area, she's created a map to help you find the art. Park officials say they have no plans to remove the artwork at this time. Lewis works from home as co-owner of the Wizard's Makery, which specializes in one-of-a-kind custom art. You can follow her on Instagram at the Wizard Makery, which I'll put in the link here real quick.
At the Wizard's Mankery.
If I can-
Mankery? Wizard's Mankery.
No,
Wizard's Mankery.
It's actually Makery. It's Makery.
The Wizard's Makery.
Wizard's Makery, which I'll put here, which it won't let me put there because it... Oh, there it does. Okay. So Twitter, you can see her stuff there. So, so this is... I don't know. That is some kind of a dragon or something, right?
You know, it looks like it makes you think of. Remember, like the really old stop motion Rudolph cartoon.
Yeah.
It looks like the look at that face, all right.
Yeah.
And then think back to the face of the abominable snowman.
Yeah.
It looks like it.
It does. Now here, I'll put on the next picture here. That is like a little.
Is it an Ewok?
I don't even. That's not an Ewok. I don't know what that is.
It's a mouse.
It's like a. He's sitting there.
Is that what happened to Stuart Little?
He's got like little ears and such. This one's huge, and someone, I don't know if that's the lady there posing with it.
Oh, you know what that made me think of? That movie when we were super young, when we were kids, like Where the Wild Things Are.
Yes.
That movie. It looks like it's a wild thing.
So here, imagine this. You're not supposed to be in the park probably after dark, but let's say you're one of those kids that likes, I don't know, having people run at you while you're holding the mattress or something, and you're like one of those people that go into the park after dark, okay? And you're just wandering around the woods, and all of a sudden, like, you see that.
Like you shine your light on.
You can't actually see it. It's in the dark.
But you can see like the outline of it.
I would be terrified. I'd be terrified. This is like a little tiny. I don't know what.
I think it's a bunny.
It's like a little rabbit.
I think it's a rabbit.
That's actually kind of cool.
That's it's a mermaid.
That's a mermaid. Oh
She's
yeah, that is
dead.
a mermaid. She's dried out.
She's dead.
It's a mermaid grandma.
Yeah, exactly. That's still the mermaid.
Yeah, up
Just
close.
closer up.
So
That's Chewbacca.
Chewbacca.
There's a Wookiee.
that's kind of cool,
Yeah.
and it's super detailed.
Yeah, you can't knock the detail they put into it.
So
There's the Ewok.
there's an Ewok. How do you come up with something like that? Like, you know what? I'm just gonna pick up a bunch of growth and just weave it together and make an Ewok.
Well, I mean, they do stuff like that with baskets and whatnot. So
Yeah.
if you got practice making that, well, then it shouldn't be that difficult to hold these things together.
Some Ewoks. I don't know how many pictures I put in here.
Now, what is that?
It's kind of pixelated.
I'm trying to figure out.
I think it's a work in progress because it's not in a park. So
I'm trying to figure out what. It's something in a dress,
Yeah,
but I don't know what.
I think that might be my last picture. And oh, sure it is.
Oh, look, it's GameStop.
It's GameStop. Well, that segues right into our next article. So have you heard about the investors who beat Wall Street?
So apparently, well, according to Wall Street, they haven't won yet.
Oh,
Wall
they
Street's
haven't.
got some big plans.
Oh, they got
to push them
plans.
out.
This is war.
Class action lawsuits and whatnot. Yeah, we'll see how
Oh,
the
yeah.
plan goes.
Oh, sure. Those poor guys. You know, so I wake up and I find out like these mega millionaire people or even billionaires, right? That have all these hedge funds. They lost a little bit of money, and you know my heart goes out for those poor
Yeah,
guys.
they only lost like $70 billion.
Those poor multimillionaires that lost some money overnight. I mean, yeah, I'm
Poor
losing sleep over it.
multi-billionaires.
I'm losing sleep over it. So it's not often that making a killing on Wall Street winds up being a boon for Main Street, But that's what happened beginning last week when internet users began buying up shares of the sagging retail company GameStop on the stock market.
They were buying GameStop.
Okay. The crowd vesting strategy paid off for the Reddit users who had banded together against the hedge fund titans by using a non-traditional disruptive trading tactic. GameStop's stock price went through the roof from $43 to $325.
Yep, and it kept climbing. It reached over 1,000.
Yeah. So even if you bought at 43 and sold at 325, whatever, I mean,
you're still making big gains.
Every dollar that you put in there, you're making like almost $7.
That's what? It's like a 300% increase at least.
It's like 700%.
Like increase. it's a massive increase.
So for every dollar you gave, you get $7 back.
Yeah,
that's huge. That's huge. Okay, so in 1 week, leaving the Reddit band of merry men with a sizable profit, which inspired an idea of paying it forward. The guy in the picture, his name is Hunter Khan. A 20-year-old Cornell University mechanical engineer student raked in close to $30,000 in GameStop profits, while the bulk of that windfall will be spent financing his education. Khan also used part of his newfound stash of cash to purchase and donate Nintendo Switch games and consoles valued at about $2,000 to a local children's hospital.
Yeah, dude.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So most people like win it. You know, the hedge fund managers. I haven't read any articles about hedge fund people being like, you know what, we made a ton of money this year.
That's because they stay out of
we're
the
just
light.
We're just gonna give back to the community that made us a fortune, right?
No, they don't.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen.
So as a beneficiary of the recent events on Wall Street, I think it's important that myself and others pay forward our good fortune, Khan posted to his Instagram. I am proud to announce my humble donation of 6 Nintendo Switches and games to go with them to the Children's Minnesota Hospital. And here is a picture of him in front of the sign there.
GameStop.
Yeah, GameStop.
And where did you buy these things? GameStop.
Well, that's cool because, okay, you're already trying to help GameStop out anyway.
Yeah.
And then after you make it, you go back and actually buy stuff from actual GameStop. That's pretty cool.
I just think it's funny that in the span of 2 days, GameStop went from almost going out of business to being a Fortune 500 company.
I know, it's amazing.
It's hilarious.
Amazing. It's amazing. Okay, so the Robin Hood of the group might be maverick billionaire venture capitalist, and I actually looked this up online. Here, check this out.
Yeah?
I went to YouTube. How to pronounce this guy's name?
How to pronounce his name?
Okay, Chamath Palihapitiya. Chamath Palihapitiya, who is an early executive at Facebook. His initial $115,000 purchase of GameStop shares turned into a $500,000 payout, and he donated it all to the Barstool Fund, a new COVID-19 charity that gives cash payments to small businesses who are about to go out of business. He says, I want to announce that I'm taking all of the profits that I made, plus my original donation, my original thing. So I'm going to take $500,000 and I'm going to donate to the Barstool Fund for small businesses. Palihapitiya revealed during a segment on CNBC. So,
GameStop.
Yeah, GameStop. How do you feel about that? Nah, I'm not going to buy GameStop stock.
No, but I bought stuff from GameStop.
Because you were wanting to support them, or you saw, going out of business sale?
Going out of business sale and thinking, oh, well, they're going out of business. Every little bit of money they get at the end helps.
Yeah. I'll just get what I can.
Exactly.
Wait, so what did you get?
I got headphones. I got my first ever pair of wireless headphones.
Yeah. So I buy stuff, and I have bought stuff from GameStop regularly, but I refuse to buy hard copies of games anymore.
No,
I just don't do it.
I buy digital.
I don't. They can get lost, they can get damaged, they can get broken, and I know there's advantages to having it and everything. And GameStop's whole philosophy, or their whole business plan model, or whatever, is
was kind of built around hard copies of things.
Yeah. So,
but they're still living that way with Nintendo.
Yeah.
Because Nintendo, the majority of their sales, I'm pretty sure, are still hard copies.
Nintendo is?
Yeah, because they're still selling cartridges and whatnot for their games.
I know my Switch, I bought the download.
Well, yeah, no, you can still buy downs in the eShop, but I think Nintendo still makes a pretty good amount of their sales are still hard copies of their games.
And they could be, yeah. I mean, I think like, especially with small children, because I have a 9-year-old, she loses everything.
Yeah.
She loses the glasses that are like literally on her face. And
It happens.
they're on her face and you lost them somehow. Like, I don't know what happened.
I've done it.
So, for her to take it out and then set it down somewhere, now I've got like a $200 or $300 machine that's worth nothing. You know what I mean? So it's kind of cool having the digital because you're never looking for it.
No.
You know, and then you have to settle for a game that you don't want. You know, you grab your game console, you run to your friend's house, and then it's like, oh, I left the game I wanted at home or whatever. You know, so
Yeah.
it's kind of cool. I think we have time for one more. I'm going to do like an honorable mention before I talk to this because I saw, a lot of people are getting the COVID vaccine.
Yep.
One of the articles that I'm not going to read, I saw that because of the storm that came through here the other day, there were some healthcare workers that were transporting the actual vaccine, the COVID vaccine. They were stuck in traffic and they couldn't get past it. They couldn't get through because of the weather. And so I guess there's a time frame on how long it can be out.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, so instead of letting it all go to waste because it was about to expire, they went up and down the road and started giving the vaccine for free to anybody in the cars that were waiting that would take it. Yeah, so that was kind of a loss for the company, but at least it didn't go to waste.
It didn't, not total
Yeah,
loss.
it didn't go to waste, so that's kind of cool. My next article, though, I had two different viewers tell me about this article, so I thought I'd have to put it on. Two people have mentioned it. Not this guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's the man?
Yeah, a 4-year-old girl finds a dinosaur footprint on a beach from 215 million years ago, and there is a picture of it. Can you see it there?
Yeah, look at that.
It actually looks like something you would find in that Canadian forest with all those random...
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So when you think about the average day in the life of a toddler, crayons and cartoons likely come to mind. Discovering an immaculately preserved 215 million year old dinosaur footprint, because the dinosaur was not a millionaire.
He might have been for his time.
Yeah. Probably not. But that's just what happened when 4-year-old Lily Wilder was taking a nature walk with her father on a rocky beach at Bendrix Bay near the Welsh town of Barry last month. The indent impression spotted by eagle-eyed Lily measures just shy of 4 inches. Experts believe it was created by a 2-footed dinosaur that likely stood about 30 inches tall and was 8.2 feet long.
That's pretty long.
Yeah, but only 30 inches. So it's
Only
not so
30
bad.
inches.
I wouldn't be too bad running from a dinosaur that big.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although they do say the original dinosaurs, like the first set of dinosaurs, were pretty small. They just got bigger and bigger and bigger as they grew, or as they went on. By the time you got to the Jurassic, they were huge and eating each other. Okay. So its species, one that has not been seen before, is a mystery that set the scientific community alight. Carl James Langford of Archaeology hailed the find as the finest impression of a 215 million year old dinosaur print found in Britain in a decade. Lily saw it when we were walking along and said, "Daddy, look." Lily's mom, Sally Wilder, said in a statement widely reported by the UK media. When Richard came home and showed me the photograph, I thought it looked amazing. Richard thought it was too good to be true. I was put in touch with experts who took it from there. We were really thrilled to find out it really was a dinosaur footprint, and I'm happy that it will be taken to a national museum where it can be enjoyed and studied for generations. And I know that this article has been circulating around for like days, but I'm going to go ahead and put a YouTube link here for anybody who would like to just see it more.
But watch the interviews and everything.
Yeah, you can watch it and see some other stuff there. So, Oh, did you see my background? I had like a little animated background there. For
Yeah.
a while. Oh, wait, just to spice it up a little bit.
Just to get
Spice it up a little bit.
little quality control in there.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and put anybody who's joined recently on the show. You're new to the show. I see. We'll give a shout out to Cartier Logic. I know you've been here the whole show. Commander Roots back. I see Gabby on there. Hello. Sawyer Lead. Some Sav, Super Alley. Thanks all for watching. Gabby hated that movie.
Where the Wild Things Are.
Okay, yeah.
That movie sucked.
Here's another link to the Discord. If you guys are new and you'd like to join us, we'd love to have you there. Thanks for watching. Anything you got to say before we close out here? I guess we got a couple minutes. I guess I'm running a little bit early, huh?
You're running just a tiny bit early.
Yeah.
Well, we're at the end of the stream. We got some time left. How about becoming a Twitch affiliate?
How about becoming a Twitch affiliate? Okay, so where do I go for this?
I guess you have to click on the link in the email. I'd assume, did they provide you a link? Like they
No, I'm supposed to go to Twitch.
You're supposed to go to Twitch themselves.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it'll...
What did the email say? The email probably had directions.
It did. Of course it did.
Of course it did. It's Twitch.
Okay, so...
They can make money off of this.
Twitch. Okay. So...
Look at all those directions.
Wow.
The epic email that doesn't load.
Wow.
The one time we need to load. We're running short on time.
I'm going to turn it around. Hey, there it goes. Okay. You're invited. Okay, you're invited to be a Twitch affiliate. Program allows you to Twitch. Okay, Twitch. Blah, blah, blah. How much you can make.
So get started.
You press get started. All you need to do is go to your dashboard, click on the settings tab, and follow the instructions you see there. So
okay,
we're loading. And
dashboard, log in like normal.
Oh, come on.
Well, you have to log in every single time you do something like this.
Come on.
That's how it works.
But now I gotta wait for the code.
You know, maybe you should have done it on your
right here?
on your actual dashboard.
Right here?
No, it's like here. So if you're, yeah, you can't be in mod chat to view it.
Okay, so I'm here.
Okay, affiliate or onboarding. I think that's what you want.
Click it.
Yeah. You have to have two-factor authentication in order to become an affiliate.
Really?
So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no. So that's how it is. So for Steam, because I sell things in Steam.
I'm glad you liked it, Sav. Thanks for watching.
I sell things, and I'm sure some of you guys have before. I sell things in the Steam marketplace because you can buy them for actual money.
Oh, you can actually see that, can you? It's loading. There's the Twitch sign. There you go.
But about, I don't know, April of last year, they made it so you had to have two-step authentication enabled on your account in order to sell things on the Steam marketplace.
Really?
And you can't sell anything until 15 days have passed of having authentication, which was really dumb.
So you're selling stuff on Steam?
Oh yeah, I sell stuff on Steam all the time.
Oh, we should definitely put a link in the show then. Okay, so
we might have to do this. We might have to do this after the show.
It's still thinking. I'm like waiting where I turn around. It's like, here's all your passwords right now.
Just get credit card info right there.
Live. Here we are. Well. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
All right, well let's get it done after the show.
Yeah,
we'll send a message out to the Discord.
Wait, thanks for all of you for helping us become Twitch affiliate.
Yeah, thanks,
we're gonna
guys.
sign everything up. We have a show coming up this Tuesday at 4 p.m. Where Allie will be here. She's going to. I'm seeing some of the stuff she started staining. We're going to make a desk. Or you can make a bookshelf, or you can use it. She's got enough materials, and it can be made and assembled into like multiple ways. Yeah, a bench and some other things.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that. It's 4 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday, and then of course come back and watch us at 4 p.m. Central Time on Thursday next week.
2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Or 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Or
because every show, whenever you see a commercial, it's always Pacific Standard Time.
Pacific Standard. Yeah, we are Central Standard right now.
Yeah, Central Standard.
Because it'll be Central Daylight Savings in the spring forward. Are we doing that this year?
I think so.
I think we're springing forward. I don't know, whatever. I know.
Who knows? Who cares?
I don't know if the people overseas in the UK are like, wait a minute, you move your hours back and forth for what? I don't know. Do they do that over there?
I don't know.
They probably think we're weird.
Maybe.
The weird Americans across the pond.
Yeah, basically.
Our buddies from across the pond. They're changing that.
All right. Thanks for coming out, guys.
Have a good day. Thanks.